everyone to our second annual Tax Day Tea Party. This is actually our fourth rally and our second Tax Day rally. If this is your first Tea Party rally, hopefully our message today will show you that we're not a group of radical anarchists and racists, but in fact, everyday Americans who are concerned about the direction of our country. Movement. Millions of Americans in small and large towns all across the United States came together to peacefully dissent against growing government intrusion and excess federal spending. Our country was experiencing a historic fiscal struggle. We are in one of the deepest recessions since the Great Depression. Homes were being foreclosed at historic rates. Unemployment was rapidly rising, and families across America were struggling. People who were once quietly living their lives became engaged, and a new Tea Party movement was born. Many people who were never politically involved before were awakened and decided to take a stand. Now, 1 year later, the behaviors of the federal government continue to sustain our cause. Government continues to grow at an ever-accelerating rate, while our liberties recede. It proposed.
Now, the President and his minions believe in government intervention at every level in our lives. They have their tentacles in banking, the auto industry, and the healthcare industry. Also, a provision in the healthcare bill has allowed them to take over student loans. If you control the loans, can you not also control the students' school of choice and curriculum? The Tea Party movement believes that government that governs least governs best. We believe government derives its authority from the consent of the governed. We believe low taxes, private enterprise, small business, and industry are the way to keep this nation going.
Hit the most important points, if I can. Was asked first to talk about this concept of the National Health Care Plan. We all know that's been foisted upon us by the federal government, by those people that refuse to listen to their constituents and to do the right thing. And so now we're burdened with this, and one of the things I've been asked to talk about is to give a brief analysis as to whether this plan is constitutional. Well, obviously the answer is that it is absolutely, unequivocally, totally unconstitutional. An understanding of the issue really is nothing more than reading the Constitution itself. The Constitution itself gives certain powers to the federal government. We all know that the states pre-existed the federal government, that the states created the federal government, and that in creating it, it gave the federal government limited powers. Those powers are found listed in the text of the Constitution. All you have to do is find a copy. Go to Article 1, to Section 8, and you're going to see the limited powers given to government. Those that are asked to respond to the charge about whether health care is constitutional typically either answer that it doesn't matter anymore, which is one of the more common answers you get. It doesn't matter. It's as if it's an old document that's gone by the wayside and no one needs to feel constrained by it anymore. And to those people we need to respond that they need to examine their oath. Their oath of office says that they swear to uphold the Constitution.